Welcome, everybody. This is Coach Greg, and I'm excited to have my brother Kamal Abdul Khalik with me. He is none other than one of my first trainers when I started my journey about 7 or 8 years ago. He was a trainer at Lifetime Fitness here in Houston, Texas. He and his family has made their way to Paradise in California. I say
Oh,
Paradise because it's an awesome place, and I'll let him introduce where he is, what his company is about, and what he's doing. He's doing great and wonderful things. But his topic today for all of us is living your day as if it's your last. That right there can go so many places, but it's maximizing, and I don't want to speak before him, but it's maximizing the moment. So, first of
yes.
all, Kamal, welcome, brother. How are you?
It's good to be here, Greg. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm still recovering from last week's workout at
You
your
are
wonderful
most welcome. You're most welcome. Anything I can do to be of help and service to you, I'm here for you, brother. Just know
Oh
that.
yeah, yeah. Everyone, all of my people talked about that workout that you gave me, and was like, "I wish I was there to see it." I said, "No
Oh,
caption."
next time we'll be wiser, and I'll make sure I record it for them, and I'll send it to them secretly so that
Oh
they know in advance
wow.
before you
Okay, so
arrive
now
back
we're having
to
a
Houston.
conspiracy. Okay, well, you heard it here first, family. You heard the conspiracy starting. Well, tell us about what's going on down there in California. What's up? What are you doing?
Well, about 2.5 years ago, my partners and I started our gym, our intimate setting called Invictus Fitness Solutions. We felt that we wanted to brand a name that symbolized rebirth and having people start at a place that can use fitness to find out what their purpose is in life, to live their life in such a way that they maximize their potential
Awesome.
without feeling like it's something that, without feeling like fitness is something that makes them feel like it's like a hamster on a wheel. Like you have to keep doing something in order to get there. No, it should be something that excites you, that makes you feel like you have a presence about the direction you're going in your life. So we started that about a couple half years ago, and I'm grateful to say that I'm in a position in my life right now that I know I'm not at the end of the tunnel. I'm still at the beginning. And there's a lot of lessons that I'm learning right now, especially about the topic that we're going to discuss today, that I feel is very relevant for many people to hear in their own journey in their own life. So I'm excited and anxious to share what I've learned over time to help people in their own lives.
That's awesome. And so, where are you located?
We're in San Juan Capistrano, which is Orange County area. Um, yeah, that's we're right behind a large private school called St. Margaret's.
Okay.
Um, yeah, that's pretty much the location.
Well, it is an awesome family. It is an awesome gym. It is everything that you need and everything that you want. You decide you don't want, but you're glad you got it. It is a phenomenal gym. I experienced it, and even though I complain and fuss about it, it is a welcoming
You enjoyed
place.
yourself. You
I
had a
did. I
great
did. I
time.
really did have a good
Yes, you
time.
did.
I did have a good time. But it's a welcoming place. It's a no judgment free zone. It's just a phenomenal place. And I think if you're in that area, make your way there to see Invictus Fitness Solutions, right?
Yes, sir. That's
All
it.
right. Okay, cool. So we're talking about, well, let me introduce you. So we actually doing the 60-day challenge, and I want to thank you for presenting.
Hmm.
You are week number 4, and
All right.
with our presenters, and we've been building one on top of the other. And this topic is living your day as if it's your last. So go ahead
Mm.
and explain that, because that's an awesome topic and point that we need to remember each day. So what do you say?
So I think for me, it's important to personalize this so that there's a connection between why this topic is so important.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so this I'm coming on a year when my father passed away, which is February 17th of last year, and my wife as well as we were as my brothers and my sister and I were dealing with our father's passing. She had found out that she had a form of cancer that's very rare. It was from her appendix. It's called appendiceal cancer. So I had some very rare events at that I felt at the time made me feel more present about what I need to do to become more alive with the people that are currently in my life. And I think a lot of what this topic has to do with, what it has to deal with, is the fact that we have to decide on the standards we have to set about how we're going to live our lives at the most maximal capacity possible.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, living each day as your last is making sure that you're putting yourself in a position to allow yourself to be present in each second, in each moment, as much as possible. And as difficult as that does sound, the more present you are about the things that you weren't present about before, the closer and closer you're getting to that goal. We don't actually get to a place where we are completely alive, but we get into a place where we feel it, where we're able to get a sense of making those moments count in a way we weren't paying attention to before is definitely what I think about when I think about living each day as your last.
Wow, that's awesome, especially when we always, as coaches, we say trust the process and enjoy
Absolutely.
the process. But most of our clients are so busy worrying about the end goal that
Yeah,
they lose so many of the principles in each day or in each workout as they move
absolutely.
forward.
Yeah.
Um, Go ahead.
So, like, yeah, that brings me, what you just mentioned brings me back to the point that if you don't have a standard, you're always going to be worrying or having anxiety or fear about something because you don't have a constant belief about who you are, what you stand for, what your purpose represents. You need to create a compass that you can allow yourself to go in, and allowing yourself to have a purpose about why this day matters. If you were to die today, what will be the legacy that you leave behind? Like, if you don't create scenarios like that for yourself in your life, then you're just leaving things to chance,
Okay. And
right?
so when you leave things to chance, then it's throw totally up in the air, and it
Absolutely.
doesn't make you actually the as you an Invictus, the captain of your ship, to
Yes.
continue on the voyage of where you're supposed to be, because everyone has a story that's written and everyone has a goal that's
Hmm.
already planned for them, but we're
Yep.
in essence saying, oh, I'll get it to it the next day, or I'll get it to you
Right.
along the way, but not actually taking the time to do it
You
today.
have to be deliberate.
You have
That's
to be
the
deliberate.
one thing that you have to decide that this is a must.
Okay.
Because leaving things to chance, for me to make meaning out of my father's passing, to be, well, everyone's going to die, I might as well accept my fate. There's behaviors associated with that. There's depression. There's a level of fear. There's this level of procrastination. There's this whole line of behaviors that go along with that. So when you decide that you to say that you're not going to take control of your life, then you're really allowing your life to be controlled by other people, by scenarios, by situations that you could prevent at any moment. At
Okay.
any moment.
Okay, so with that, I'm coming fresh. I know I need to work out. I've gained an extra 20 pounds, or the doctor told me I
Hmm.
now am pre diabetic. I am now have high blood pressure. I'm walking in Invictus Fitness Solutions. How do I maximize where I am in the pressure of this
Hmm.
and the weight of the world on my shoulders? How do I piece all of this off so then I can maximize the moment? Because in
So for
essence, a lot of
yep,
people are, and it was good because last week we were talking about self care. And so
exactly.
we're now deprogramming people to
Hmm.
take away these weights that they necessarily don't have to carry. But if I'm walking
Yes.
into where you are, how do I then say, okay, I'm going to get rid of everything and I'm going to maximize this day? What is two or three top or points where you would say this is what I should do?
Okay. First of all, acknowledging that walking through the door is paramount. Like, you walking in this door means that you are allowing yourself to be present about making change.
Okay.
So that's important, number one. And then number two, the aspect of assessing, so you're not guessing about where you are. So when people come into this gym, we sit them down, we have a discovery process where we ask about not only what their goal is, but why do they want it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not just to lose 10 pounds. what do you hope to happen by losing 10 pounds? How do you visualize your life being different than where you are right now? And then some people, they don't know. And it's something that they're still discovering. But the more they begin to think about it, the more references that they make to images or pictures that gives them an understanding as to what track are they on,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I would say number two, that's it. And then number three has to do with moving, like
Mm-hmm.
going through the movement. We take people through a movement screen where we allow them to see how their movement complements where they're going or does not. So them going through experience of first acknowledging where they are, two,
Mm-hmm.
talking about the changes they want to make, and then three, moving to feel where they're at. Those are the three things that can be recycled over time of their experience or their journey for them to know that, okay, I can relive, I can recondition my life to make sure it matters.
That's awesome because in when we spoke to Linda, one of the previous presenters, and in the
Mm-hmm.
book it spoke about identifying your why and
Yes.
maximizing and realizing even when I don't feel like it, I go back to my
Yeah. Oh,
why. My
yeah.
why
Oh,
then
yeah.
recycles me and resets me to
Yeah.
go forward and maximize what's going on today. And having, like you
Absolutely.
said, having that plan, having that network, having that connection with people that are stronger than
Yeah.
what we are at the present moment.
And what people don't realize is that, especially at the times, and as difficult as this sounds, when you feel that you don't want to go any further, you're too tired, or you had a really long day, or you just don't want to deal with someone, and you know you have to, those are the times that the they change your outlook on life.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have a neural network in your brain that literally changes how you look at behaviors, changes how you look at the choices that you're used to making into making new and more deliberate decisions in your life. So those are the times that really, really are crucial. And if you're aligned with your purpose as to why you get up in the morning, why living each day is your last, then it's easier to get yourself into feeling that you have the courage you need to be a part of these situations without fear.
That is awesome. Okay. So now what I'm going to ask, and we've had conversations about this, which
Mm-hmm.
is as far as the book is concerned, the book is spiritual and inspirationally based. And
Mm-hmm.
I like the fact that we're brothers and we have different dynamics of faith.
Yes.
By me being Christian and you being Muslim, which is phenomenal. My question: how does health and wellness play in your faith with your faith?
Oh man. For me personally, it plays a critical role because and as we spoke, and I was thinking about this not only that past Saturday but throughout the week. It's funny how many of the people who are religious or very spiritual in nature, when you look at their health, they don't embody what they talk about, right? So I feel that both physically, mentally, and spiritually, if you're able to put yourself in a position where you're taking care of your health and those three metrics, then you have more range of how you can appreciate what God has done for you, right? So for me, my physical fitness has a direct effect on me being able to feel closer to God, because it's not just a physical connection that's being made. It has an effect on how I think. It has an effect on what I believe. There's this constant reinforcement, that we go through each day. There's always a hard point in the workout where you feel that you wish you don't want to go any further, right?
Right,
There's
right.
always a sticky point somewhere. Sometimes you walk in and the workout's gonna be difficult. You don't want to do it, but you make yourself do it anyway. So for me, there's a lot of symbolism with doing things with a lot of effort and with physical fitness that has a lot to do with what we do outside the gym. And that's the amazing part about it. Like, if I can tackle what I do with my fitness, what I do outside is just a reflection of what I've already done, right? So that, to me, I think that my faith reminds me of that factor, that with every difficulty, no matter what it is, there is relief.
Amen. And that goes back in with us where may you prosper and be in good health as your spirit or soul prospers. So
Yes,
where you are tackling the workout, the hard workout, ladies and gentlemen, that he gave me last Saturday, I
it wasn't that
knew
hard. He wasn't that hard. He's playing. Don't let him for you.
I knew
Don't
that
let him for you.
I knew that once I accomplished that, then, as you said, when I go outside of the doors or when I face a challenging situation,
Mhm.
my spirit, my spiritual relationship takes charge, and it
Mhm.
recognizes that wow, I'm able to. If I can overcome this, I can overcome something else, and it's
Yes.
not as compartmentalized as we want. Well, as we. That's talking about my
Yep.
faith as we compartmentalize where, oh, you left the spirit at church, you left the workout at the gym, oh, you left, it's all encompassing and it's
Absolutely.
mind, body, and spirit. And
Absolutely.
it's amazing. I love the theme and the parallel that we have in wanting to maximize our clients, want to maximize ourselves, and make the most out of each and every day.
Yeah.
Before we wrap up, last words.
Last words. Okay. So I would say that to make living each day as your last, it's important that you acknowledge that at this very moment, whether you're listening to me, looking at me, or you're just in your own space, know that at this very second, you can make the change to decide what your legacy is going to be at the end of the day, right? If you know that for you, you don't have an identification about what your purpose or what your mission is in life, get a piece of paper, write it down. Write down what you think about yourself, what you would like to believe about yourself. And you don't have to make fitness something difficult. Get up in the morning, do 10 squats, do 10 seconds of a plank, do something you can do consistently. And I promise you, what you will create is this sense of courage, this sense of consistency, this sense of this self that you just are so unaware of right now. But you'll be glad you met this new part of yourself.
Man, that is awesome. And you also, ladies and gentlemen, you also have another level of support where you can reach out to myself or to my brother Kamal because again, he was
Yes.
my coach, he was my trainer, he was my he beat me up all the time. But anyway, and now here I am doing what I love to do. And at the time
Yeah.
in which we connected, I wasn't even thinking about that. And it's like when you take one step, God takes two. So what
Yes.
I want you to do is you're going to live more daily. You're going to maximize the moment. You're going to live every day as if it's your last to create the legacy that you, your family, and those around you are proud and excelled of. Kamal, I want to thank you, my
Yes,
brother.
sir.
As always, it's always a great time to talk to you. And I will be back shortly, and I can't wait to do more connective things with you, with your great company, and all that you do.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I think it's important that, people begin to collaborate with each other because that's how we learn. That's how we continue to grow. And, us spending time together last week, it just reminded me how much it's not one in a relationship where people are involved, the more you can connect with people that are like-minded, the less you have to worry about finding out what direction you're going in your life. So I really appreciate the opportunity to be a part of this, and anything I can do to help anybody, I'm more than happy to.
That would be great. I may have to pull you back for round two, so you make sure you get ready, all right?
Round two workout or round two? Us
Round
talking.
two workout when you come up to
You need to be
Houston.
specific.
Round
Okay.
two, you come to Houston.
Okay.
All right, brother. Thank you so much.
No, thank you.